Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra January 20th, 2023. With Mercury's station today, you might take a pause. Mercury turns direct after a retrograde phase since December 29th, and while it's good news, because it's a shift of direction, there can be some temporary disorientation. It's better not to jump into action, new launches, or major decisions, but you'll enjoy some forward motion on delayed projects in the coming days and weeks. Further information can arrive that facilitates decision-making. Aim to work on activities that help clear up delays and set the ball rolling to make progress. Finally, frustration could be a theme of the past for you. Mental Mercury has stationed direct and announced the end of his retrograde phase. As he ventures forth in your solar house of communications and travel, you'll be drumming up brilliant plans, thoughts, and ideas that you can't wait to share with your significant other, sweetheart, or the world. Use this energy to speak your mind and find a realistic and practical solution to any concerns or matters of importance now. However, another magnificent way to tap into our cosmic messenger now is to plan a vacation to nearby destinations via a road trip or short flight. Adventure awaits. Your workplace conversations will settle down. Talking about work or with coworkers may not have been easy since Mercury retrograde could have led to miscommunication. You may feel more certain about stating your opinion and reading the room once Mercury stations direct in Capricorn today. But you will need to own something or address something to move forward since the Sun in Capricorn conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn. The conjunction might bring something to light that is worth discussing. Do not be afraid to take ownership or to come clean during the conjunction. After a friendly aspect to both Jupiter and Juno in your work sectors just after returning to your income sector yesterday, the Moon is not only still here but continues to build a rapport with the planets on the job front. This time it is a friendly aspect to Eris, the warrior princess of the cosmos, in her first full week in direct motion in your work sector. Meanwhile, a clash with Mars in your financial sector yesterday has already helped to fire up your financial passions and fighting spirit. You are ambitious and can sometimes forget the pleasure that is to be had along the way. Try devising a quiz that you can give yourself a few times a month. Call it the Creature Comfort Quiz. The questions are up to you, but here are some examples. Is there enough bubble bath in the house? Do I have clothes that flatter my body type, or do I need to do a little shopping for basics? Do I have my favorite fresh fruit in the house? Etc. With a little self-interrogation, you will come up with plenty of ideas that make you smile. When it comes to dealing with partners and relationships, this day can really help when it's time to walk away. Not every connection you make is going to turn out to be mutually beneficial. In fact, chances are that more will fall through than work out. When it is time to bring closure to a relationship, there is no point in putting it off, especially where business is concerned. Draw courage and strength from the essence of this day, 8, and put an end to any association that is not panning out. Then move on to bigger and better things. To have Mercury, the planet of communication, in retrograde motion in your communication sector has made you more prone to the mixed messages, misunderstandings, and mistakes that a Mercury retrograde phase can bring, but also with better access to the benefits. Those benefits will continue even after Mercury turns direct today, and especially with Uranus remaining in retrograde motion in your relationship sector for another 4 days. This includes making it easier to give the past and unsaid words a voice. Just a day before the Sun is due to leave your communication sector, Mercury, the planet of communication, turns direct here today. This ends a retrograde phase that has not only helped to give the past and unsaid words a voice, but during Uranus' final weeks in retrograde motion in your relationship sector. Uranus will remain in retrograde motion, keeping the doors open to the past on the relationship front for another 4 days. Our eyes in the sky. Today, we can begin to unravel the communication glitches that occurred over the past few weeks. Prepare yourself for frustration when it comes to travel, technology, and information, because the trickster planet still has plans up its sleeve to cause havoc. Proceed with caution today, and give yourself a break to decompress this evening. As you never really jump into anything without a lot of thought and endless intellectualizing over the details, today's planetary alignment will no doubt throw you into something of a quandary. But the more you think, the more you will tend to get into even more of a mess. Just calm right down, take a deep breath, and allow it all to flow as it does. Lately you may have been feeling like you were getting left behind in your career. Now people are starting to realize that they can't move forward without you. Others appreciate you tremendously, whether they express this openly or not. Some great news could change your life forever. It might involve a new partnership of some kind or opportunities in your community. At the least, it could involve changes in your outlook and attitudes about life. You could spend a lot of time on the phone with friends and acquaintances. You will probably want to schedule a romantic evening with your partner. This period holds some friendly aspects for you. A balanced and peace-loving universe brings a lot of courage to face an existing debt problem, as well as the negotiating skills to get the kind of payment plan you can afford. Part of you may be worried that you'll never get it done, but aspects show that you will if you apply your inner wisdom. In the morning, Mercury stations direct in Capricorn, ending its nearly 3-week retrograde. What matters have required review during its backspin? Take a personal inventory. Some of your objectives, career plans, or resolutions for the new year may have been reworked or scrapped entirely. Although communication issues or technological breakdowns generated anxieties, you have also come through this crisis with a better understanding of where to yield versus where to continue to apply your focus. Better to know now, at the start of the year, the causes and concerns that matter to you, than to scatter your energy on frivolous and unfulfilling pursuits. Your work ethic is incredibly strong today. You can accomplish a great deal, so don't be afraid to put twice as many items on your daily list than you normally would. Your powers of concentration are strong and the resources you need are present. Be more discriminatory with what you communicate to certain people. Other people's viewpoints are likely to be more conservative than yours, especially on a day like today. You are very apt to offend someone if you are not careful. Act professional. Following this, the Sagittarius moon trines Chiron in Aries, inspiring self-forgiveness. We reframe past wounds as pit stops in our journey of personal discovery. Aspects of self that we previously felt ashamed to reveal are spotlighted in our conversations. Sharing our story helps others to feel less alone in their own struggles. In our attempt to hold space for others, we wind up healing by proxy.